Hello guys, what's popping? The Lulu's here and welcome back to another video of the series how to properly play Siege X, in where I tell you everything you could possibly think of about Siege X. So in today's video we are going to take a look at attachments and I'm explaining all what every attachment does in this game, and we are going to begin with barrels. So now let's begin the video. Hope you all enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my content, and stay tuned for next videos. Now let's begin. Okay, so we have the Aces AK here with no attachments on, no barrels, no grips, no laser, and only a hollow. So I'm going to shoot and we are going to see the recoil pattern, but I'm not going to control the recoil at all. Alright, so this is the recoil. This is where our first shot landed, and the recoil is pretty much like this. It has almost a high recoil and it's without any specific attachment on. But now we are going to put a barrel on, and that's going to be flash hider. Let's test this one with flash hider on. So the recoil is going to be like this with a flash hider on. As you can see the difference, the gap between the shots are pretty much more close. The gap between them has closened using a flash hider. As you can see here, this is the first pattern and this is the second pattern. But now let's try muzzle brake and see what muzzle brake does. So this is the pattern. The difference between flash hider and muzzle brake is going to be the gap between the first and second shot. As you can see here, using a flash hider, only the gap between the most of the shots but not the first two is closened. But using a muzzle brake, the gap between the first and second shot has closened pretty much, and the gap between other shots is also a bit closer. But the main job is controlling the recoil of the first two shots. So now let's try a new one, compensator. So pretty much what compensator does for us is controlling the vertical recoil. So as you can see here, there is a little bit shift to the right, a little recoil to the right, but using a compensator, the recoil pattern has came out much more straight, and there is a less recoil to the right or left. So that's what a compensator does for us. Now let's try suppressor on. So as you all know, the main thing suppressor does for us is just quieting the sound of your shots and giving you kind of, I would say, a better feeling while using your gun. But it has controlled the recoil a little bit. It has controlled the vertical recoil a little bit, and also the gap between of our shots, not the first shots, but the gap between other shots is a little bit closer. We don't have the other barrel on this gun, which is called extended barrel. I'm going to show that on Doc's MP5. So we actually don't need a recoil pattern for this one, because the only thing this barrel does for us, if you take a look, no barrel on, the damage is 27, and with the extended barrel on, damage is 30. It adds 3 additional damages to your gun. It controls the recoil just a little bit, but it increases your gun damage by 3. So we now learned what every barrel does in this game. So if I want to take a quick look at flash hider controls your recoil, not your first shots but your other shots recoil. Compensator controls your vertical recoil. Muzzle brake controls the recoil between your first two shots, and superstar just removes the muzzle flash as you see here, and it quietens your shooting sound. Now let's try the grips on. So we tried all of them with horizontal grip. Now let's try angle grip. So we don't actually see it here, but if I come here and shoot a few shots, you see with this one, no angle grip on, the reloading time is 3.4 seconds, but with an angle grip on, the reloading time has reduced to 2.72 milliseconds. So basically what it does is reducing your reloading speed. And the last one, vertical grip. So we use flash hider and horizontal on this one, and here's the pattern. But here we used flash hider with vertical grip on, and here's the pattern again. The gap between shots is pretty much less here, and the recoil is controlled much more. And you could also see that on this pattern right here. You could see the red color. It means the recoil is not that much, and this one you could not see the red color, means the recoil is much more. So basically what vertical grip does for us is controlling your horizontal recoil. So now let's take another quick look at grips. Horizontal grip increasing your operator movement speed. Vertical grip controlling your recoil, and angle grip reducing the time of reloading on your gun. The last one remaining, the last attachment, is laser. So many of you may not use laser, but I highly recommend it. But there is a specific way of using it. But first, let's take a look at what it does for us. So all of these are without laser. Okay, let's take a look. 80's time 0.49 milliseconds, 80's time 0.44 milliseconds. So the only thing laser does for us is reducing the 80's time, but there is a twist using laser. So imagine your enemies defending side on this corner. Okay, it doesn't know where you are, and you are here picking this door. You also don't know where the enemy is, but what you're going to do is aiming at the door, picking maybe to see where the enemy is, and your laser is going to be seen when you are picking on this door frame. Your laser is going to be visible on the door frame. The enemy on this corner is getting the info, knows you are on the other side, and he has info advantage. So what you're going to do using laser is, for example, imagine you're holding this door, this angle. This is not actually a good one. Imagine this one, yeah, a better one, off angle. So imagine you're holding this door frame. Your enemy may push from this side of the door, and if you are aiming exactly here at the door frame, he's going to see your laser. So what you're going to do is, I would like to aim a little bit lefter, righter, or upper on the door. For example, imagine I'm holding this angle. I'd aim right here, okay, right here on the door frame, so enemy cannot see my laser. My laser is going to be right here. Okay, so when the enemy walks in, I'm going to aim quickly, change my aim, and take the headshot. Okay, so that's what I like to do. This is the way you would like to play with laser on. Many people don't use it because of this, but I would like to use it because ADSing time is real important. Laser gives you the advantage for winning like freak shots, and when you suddenly get to an enemy, for example, imagine you walk on this door, you don't know enemies sitting in this corner, you walk in and you suddenly realize there is an enemy there, so you quickly aim. Okay, but if he's not using a laser, you're going to aim faster, of course, and if he doesn't get lucky and he fires your head, you're going to get that kill. So that's basically it about attachments. I'm going to quickly explain the sights for you, not anything really special. So here we have the 2.5s, magnified 8, B and C. I recommend using A and B because in this game you're looking for a clean and useful sight. So as you can see here, this one is really complicated, a lot of useless stuff in the sight. Basically the only thing we need is the dot in the middle, so that's what we have using magnified A or B, because there is a point in the middle, and that's pretty much useful. So we here have the 1x ones. I recommend using hollow A, but about these ones there is nothing really special. You should find your own comfy. I recommend trying all of them in training, quick match and unranked, and finding your own comfy. But the most common and the most loved one is hollow A, and hollow B on the second place, I would say, or maybe reflex A. These are the three I mostly use. They're really good. And we also have iron sight, but there is actually a difference using all of this that you may don't know. Using a magnified scope, like 2.5 scopes, gives you this ADS time. So as you can see, using the magnified B and laser, you have 0.47 seconds of ADSing time. But if you change your sight to a 1x like hollow A, you would get that less ADSing time. As you can see, 0.44 seconds. Okay, so 1x gives you less ADS time. Well, there is more actually. Using iron sight even gives you more or less ADSing time. So here with iron sight, 0.42 seconds. So we're not going to do this on every gun, but there is a situation, or maybe couple situations, we are going to do this. You might ask when. I'm gonna tell you right now. So imagine we are playing Blackbeard and we don't have the laser on, and we also have a magnified scope. Okay, so this is your ADS time. This is how your ADS time is going to be. Imagine there is an enemy in front of you, and when you're going to aim down, as slow as that, so your enemy gets your head as easy as hitting a piece of cake. So what you're going to do is first adding a laser. So we learned that adding a laser is going to reduce your ADS time. So as you can see, a faster one, okay? But still, your enemy is going to headshot you pretty much easily. So what we are going to do, we learned that using a 1x give you less ADS time, okay? So we are going to use a 1x scope, okay? As you can see, less ADS time, but still slow, okay? The fastest way you could do this is using a iron sight on Blackbeard, okay? So this attachment right here, laser comboed with iron sight, gives you the fastest ADS time on Blackbeard, okay? So that ADS time is pretty much fast. But still there are enemies that could possibly headshot you aiming with no tricks. Okay, so if you're aiming like this, you might get headshotted. All right. So there is a trick with Blackbeard that me myself learned it from Sport, and I'm going to teach it now in this video. So this is going to be pretty much easy. You are going to do two things at the same time simultaneously. You are going to aim down and look up at the same time. Okay, so as you might know, when playing a shield, you might walk into a door and get elo trapped or get echoed, and then your shield is going to move to the next of your body, and your body is going to be exposed. So what y'all may do is actually looking the opposite way. Your shield goes to the left, you look to the right, so your shield actually covers your body and you do get shot. You prevent getting shot. Okay, so that's this trick with Blackbeard is kind of the same. You are going to look up and aim. Okay, so that way your shield covers your head, kind of. Okay, so still your head is going to be exposed, but it covers the most of your head, and you're going to get an advantage on your enemy. So the enemy is expecting you, waiting for you to aim down and shoot your head, but what you're going to do is looking up and then aiming. Okay, so that way your head is less exposed and you can get the kill pretty much easily. This is for the situations when you cannot go to a cover or something and aim down then. Okay, but this one is also pretty much common and predictable. So going to a cover and aiming down. This is what every Blackbeard retard does. Don't do that, guys. So when you see an enemy, you go to cover, aim, and come. So your enemy is going to be expecting you aiming down, aims head level, and easy shot, easy kill. So you're going to use this trick instead. Your enemy sees you, you see the enemy, and you do this, and your enemy is dead already. Yeah, so that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching it. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful. Stay tuned for the next videos. There are going to be more videos on the way. And peace out.